In late 2014, Moldova was rocked by an unprecedented theft. $1 billion vanished from three major banks. This was no ordinary crime. It was an eighth of the country's entire economy, gone overnight. The banks involved weren't obscure. Banca de Economie was the state savings bank, trusted by generations. The collapse felt like a deep betrayal, shattering public trust in a country already struggling. The question on everyone's lips: where did the money go? The impact was immediate: pensions threatened, hospitals underfunded, and the economy plunged into crisis. Authorities stayed silent at first, fueling public outrage. Evidence soon pointed to a conspiracy at the highest levels of business and politics. This was an inside job, enabled by those meant to protect Moldova's future. The billion-dollar question wasn't just where the money went, but who let it happen. Would anyone be held accountable? Moldova's crime of the century had just begun. The nation demanded answers. The theft hinged on fraudulent loans. Three banks issued massive sums to shell companies that existed only on paper. At the center was Ilan Sor, chairman of Banca de Economie, whose companies received most of the phantom loans. The money was laundered through a maze of offshore accounts, vanishing into the global financial system. This couldn't have happened without help from inside. Regulators, prosecutors, and anti-corruption officials all looked the other way. The banks were stripped bare, collapsing under the weight of their own corruption. As the scandal broke, the government secretly bailed out the banks nearly $1 billion, turning private theft into public debt. Overnight, every Moldovan citizen was saddled with the cost. The elite walked away. The people paid the price. The heist was complete. Moldova's future was mortgaged to cover the sins of a few. The damage would last for generations. When news of the bailout broke, public anger exploded. The Dignity and Truth platform led mass protests, filling Chisinau's main square with tens of thousands demanding justice. Their message was clear: return the stolen billion, prosecute the guilty, and end elite impunity. People from all walks of life united, chanting "Down with the mafia," and "We are the people." The protests shook the political establishment, exposing deep corruption. The government fell, top officials were dismissed, but true accountability remained elusive. The tent city in the square became a symbol of hope and frustration. Moldovans had shown their power, but the real masterminds remained untouched. The fight for justice was far from over. The people's resilience was tested, but the system's rot ran deep. Moldova's struggle had only just begun. The stolen billion cast a long shadow. Investigations zeroed in on Ilan Sor, who confessed and implicated former Prime Minister Vlad Filat. Filat was arrested and jailed, but many saw him as a pawn. The real power, critics claimed, was oligarch Vladimir Plahotniuc, Moldova's shadowy kingmaker. Plahotniuc denied involvement, but few believed him. Sor, despite conviction, entered politics and gained immunity, later fleeing the country. Plahotniuc's grip tightened, but a rare alliance forced him out in 2019. He too fled before arrest. The main suspects became fugitives, justice still out of reach. The stolen money remained missing. Moldova's political chessboard was cleared, but the wounds endured. The nation waited for real accountability. For years, Plahotniuc evaded justice, rumored to be abroad. In 2025, Greek authorities finally detained him, reigniting hope in Moldova. His trial could expose the entire corrupt network behind the billion-dollar heist. It's a pivotal test for Moldova's justice system and its European aspirations. Plahotniuc's resources and influence remain formidable. The path to justice is uncertain. The nation watches, hoping for closure and accountability. The economic scars and shattered trust linger. Will Moldova finally see justice for its greatest crime? The answers will shape its future. Today, the story isn't over. Moldova stands at a crossroads, determined not to let justice vanish again.